Okay, welcome to my first attempt at a 123D design tutorial. Piece of software I'm just learning myself really, but I thought I'd try documenting my adventures in it. So here we have on the screen a rotary encoder on a piece of error board and a flush panel mounting knob which I intend to have a go 3D printing one day. However, I've made it all wrong. This indentation for your finger is totally the wrong depth for various reasons. So I'm going to try doing it again, and I'm going to try that right now. So first of all, I'm going to get this damn thing out of the way. Control T and move it out of the way by some appropriate amount. I'd say 200mm, so it's just not in the way anymore. Right. Down to work. I look at it from the top. What happens is when you're using this software, you drop things onto the grid, and we're going to drop a sphere on the grid and then slice a piece off it. So we're going to start off with a sphere, and I seem to recall it was 50mm radius, and then I want a solid to project lines from to slice bits off the sphere. So I'm going to drop another solid over here to act as a projector screen sort of thing, and I'm going to go U to extrude a face, select this face and extrude it along here so it's big enough to work with. Press enter, do it again over here, press enter, do it again over here, press enter, look at it from the top, rotate it round, look at it from the front, there we go. Pardon me. Now I'm going to draw on this face over here, and please give me a grid. No, let's try again. Do that. There we go. From the top here, I want to go down 15. 1, 2, 3, down there somewhere. So I'm going to first corner of rectangles over there. On the left hand side of the screen, you'll see 15.000 is highlighted. It's done some snapping to the grid for me, which I'm delighted with. I'm going to press enter, enter, enter to select that and accept it, and I'm going to click on this line and slide it up because I want it above that. And I'm still looking at it right from this side, right along the axis. So now I can do the split, and I'm going to select modify, split solid, select the solid. This thing says body to split, so that's this sphere, splitting, try again, body to split, this sphere, splitting entity, that thing there, press enter, and then it's split. It's projected that box across the universe, and where it intersected with this sphere, it's cut it. So I'm going to select that part and delete because that's a bit I don't want. I'm going to press this and press D, and it drops it down onto the grid. I'm going to do a plan view, and there is a thing on the grid. And to help me for my endeavours, I'm going to set the material that this thing's made of to be clear. And by doing so, it enables me to see the grid, which can be useful. So now I'm going to draw some lines just over here. So basically, that's the centre of my circle. So next I'm going to put this little sphere on there to slice a lump out of it for your finger to go into. So I'm going to go onto the top view, I'm going to select a sphere. I'm going to drop a sphere on there. I think 15mm radius is about right for that. That's lying on the base now, like that. Let's look at it from the side. Let's get this thing out of the way a bit more. $100mm. So look at that from the side. I'm selecting this. I'm going to move this. I'm going to move it along. So it's about there and about there. Zoom in. That looks about right, doesn't it? Quite a comfortable thing for your finger to sit in. That would be about right. Top view. We'll see what we're doing, can we? Oh yeah, okay. That's close enough. Press enter. And now we have two things which overlap. And now we wish to subtract this from this. And there's a tool for doing that, and I can never remember which way around you do the selection, but it's the subtract tool over here, which is close square bracket as a shortcut key. Press that one first, that one second, press enter. Oh, it worked. Marvellous. And there we go. That's the right sort of general shape. Okay, now top view. Now we have to make a copy of this shaft to extrude down into that surface of the spherical section we've just made. So we are going to start off by dropping a cylinder onto the grid to represent the shaft. And it's 6mm diameter, which is 3mm radius, 20 long is fine. Hopefully it's on the grid. And actually I'm going to move that again. Control T. So that it's a convenient distance along here. Minus 75 will be great. Minus 100 will be great. Because what we're going to do is to draw something on here which tells us where to slice this shaft off to put the flat on it. So we're going to look at it from this angle, put that in the middle of the screen, zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to select that, draw a rectangle, click on that surface, it's crashed. Goodbye. So much for 123D design. Here endeth this tutorial. Okay, I've restarted 123D design, and this is the Autorecover file. So it had got this far before. It had saved this much work before it crashed. Okay, let's recreate that again. Whiz back into what we're doing. Control T to transform that. Move it over here somewhere. Look at it from the side. Put it up in the air a bit, put it back a little bit. Something like that will do. Now we try subtracting one solid from another. Subtract, do that one, press enter. Doesn't look too bad. Okay. Next we're going to drop a shaft onto the base. So we look at it from the top. we go to the grid somewhere, we select a cylinder, we drop it onto the grid on radius 3, height of 20 will be fine. Do that. We look at it from the front. We're going to make a thing over here to project it from that's 10 or 11.5. 1.5. Enter, enter, enter. That's the thing. Next I want to modify it by, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to slice it. Yes, slice it. Body is split. Splitting entity. Enter. Do that. I don't want that piece. Okay, now I've got a shaft. Now I'm going to look at it from the top. Now I'm going to move this thing up in the air. That's what I'm going to do. So it's on the grid at the minute. Move it up in the air by 50. And this little thing here, I'm going to move underneath it. That didn't work. Try this one, 75. It's better. That's directly underneath the thing. And we're going to Control Z. Didn't mean to do that. I'm going to project a face of that up into there. So I'm going to select the bottom face of this, U to extrude. I'm going to select that face and extrude it all the way up into there. Look at it from the side, see how far it goes. Scroll everything down so I can see what I'm doing, zoom in a bit. Right, left click to go back to that, go up to there. Don't want to go any further than that. Close enough for jazz. Bang. Now I've got something extruded into there, hopefully on the centre line. Would be nice if it was on centre. And from the top, not bad. Okay, next I want a cylinder extruded into it about 5mm deep, because that's what is on this thing down here, about 5mm deep. So I'm going to look at it from the top, I think, and I'll drop a cylinder onto the grid again, and it's going to be 10mm diameter, which is 5 radius, 20 high is fine. Drop it on there. That's lying on the grid. I'm going to zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. Move this about a bit so it's lined up. So it's in the right place. Press enter. Turn it upside down so I can see what I'm doing. Next I'm going to extrude this face. That was 50 in the air, so I'm going to extrude that face 55mm. U to extrude something. That to select it, 55mm. Look at it from the right hand side. That looks about right. Yeah, baby. Go. Okay. Next. Where's the flat on that shaft? It's at that side there. So I want to drill a hole in this side here. Here I put the hole in from the back, which was a good idea. Here I've got that shaft in the wrong orientation, so I'll put the hole in from the side so it goes against the flat on the knob. And I'm going to drop another cylinder onto the base to extrude a face from, which will be cylinder over here, radius 1, which is pardon me, diameter 2. I'll put it down there on the base. and we'll zoom in and we'll see it's in totally the wrong place, which is fine. What I have to do is to rotate that. Shift Z doesn't do anything at all. What about Shift Y? That's what I wanted. Shift Y to rotate the thing to make it horizontal, and it should still be on axis. Excellent. And then we're going to move it up in the air, because what I want is for that to be lined up with the right place here. So we're going to do click away, Control T, select on that, move it up in the air so it's in the right place. About there. Move it back so it's roughly in the right place. Do a quick top view, see if I've got everything screwed up. No, it's still lined up. Press OK. I'm going to extrude that face. U to extrude. Select the face, extrude it. Look at it from the bottom. Let's turn the grid off for half a second here. Oh, turning the grid off finished the extrusion. Anyway, luckily it had gone all the way through, which is what I wanted. So I hadn't screwed everything up as you probably thought I had. Okay, next I'm going to put some chamfers on things. Chamfer this edge here by 1mm, that's fine. Chamfer these edges here by a similar amount. That edge, and press Control to select more than one thing. That edge, and chamfer them by. No, it didn't work. I unselected that. Press Control again. That's two things edited. Okay, the arrow's in yellow, so it's selected. What does that look like from the side? It's not too excessive, is it? Yeah, I'll have that half. Most of the features are there now. I'm going to put two more fillets on it, which is round that edge. And round this edge. That looks nice. Job done. I'm going to go home. Go home. Right, I'm going to hit that, delete. That, delete. That, delete. That, delete. Delete this lot. Delete this lot. That's still on the grid, which was remarkable. My 5 previous attempts at this all went off grid. So the key is, don't move something when you're working on it. It's a bit like keeping it in a vise. Keep the damn thing still. Control T, and I'm going to move that so it's centered up. Like that. It's very nearly there, minus 50 till I had flat on the grid. Yeah. And that is the completed part. Oh well, not too bad. It took me half an hour the first couple of times. And that's taken me a bit less than that, including a crash. Oh well, there we go. There's my first tutorial. Not the best one, but I think I've seen worse. Wish me luck in my further adventures. Wow.